What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Let me say one thing. Only influencers and YouTubers give a about camera specs. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the R6 Mark III. It's pre-released, people are getting their hands on it. I pre-ordered the camera like many of you. But let's kind of go back in time a little bit. Let's have a little chat about this R6 Mark III. 2 weeks ago, the world of influencers and online YouTubers got their hands on the R6 Mark III, through Canon, through whatever the case may be. And they threw out their initial tests, their initial feedback. And one of the tests that kind of like highlights this camera is the camera gonna overheat? The R6, the R5, all these cameras from Canon typically end up overheating. Gerald Undone, Anthony, go check out their YouTube channel. Awesome people. They've reviewed the camera, their initial review on the camera, and they did it wrong. They did follow-up videos and they said that they had the settings in the camera wrong when they did their tests. So when people were kind of doing their pre-order on this camera, they were like, oh, it shoots 4K 60 oversampled with no record limit and it doesn't overheat? Huh. Did Canon finally unlock the cripple hammer that they always had? This was going to be the ultimate hybrid camera. Canon finally unlocked the potential of their cameras. Everyone pre-ordered it. And then when Gerald and Anthony made their correction on their videos about their incorrect settings for 4K 60, everyone canceled their pre-order. Everyone was like, this is trash. This is Canon again, holding back, protecting their cinema lineup. I was one of those guys too. So I was like, oh man, that was one of the biggest features that I really loved about the R6 Mark III. I mean, 4K, uncropped, oversampled, and no record limit. To the battery dies, or USB power, whatever, or to the memory card maxed out. Digital magazine or digital camera mag. Do you guys remember that? Digital camera magazine, I think it still exists. I saw an R5 Mark II in that camera magazine and I was like, yo, according to the specs, that's the camera I want. There was no one else there to say what the camera was or wasn't. I saw it in a magazine, I picked up the camera, and that was it. Have you kind of maxed out your photography? Do you feel like you can't push your camera any further in a video? All these things are what's really important when it comes to upgrading a camera. We love being gear nerds. I'm a gear nerd. I love talking specs. You love talking specs. But when it comes down to it, it's not the price. It's not the camera spec. It's about you as a creator, a photographer or a videographer. Have you reached the limits of your current camera? For me, in terms of photography with the regular R6, I miss my megapixels of the R5. That was the pure limitation of that camera. I felt like sometimes I had to choose between an R5 or the original R6, and a lot of times when I was doing photo or video, I would choose the R5 for photos and the R6 for video. Also, the original R6 did not shoot C-Log 2. Now, I've been playing a lot more in video for both my own personal work, content creation, as well as client work, and shooting in C-Log 3 has been really fun. I love playing with color grading. I'm actually having a blast with it. I edit in Final Cut Pro, and learning to color grade, creating a stylistic look into your videos and footage is super fun. I have personally reached a point where C-Log 3 is, I see the limitation essentially. The bits of dynamic range from C-Log 2 to C-Log 3 is huge, according to what they say on the internet. And I've been playing with C-Log 3 all this time, and I feel like I finally reached the cap. The R6 Mark III offers C-Log 2. For me, that was a jump. When it comes to high ISO or the dual native or the dual ISO of the R6 Mark III, it goes up to 6400, which was a huge thing, because honestly 3200 was reaching my cap whenever I shot wedding videos. That low light ability at 3200 ISO just wasn't good enough. So having one whole stop difference, big deal. I don't shoot any sports. I shoot landscapes as well as weddings and events. The autofocus system honestly was perfectly fine. Quite a bit of a bump on the R6 Mark III, so that was just kind of like a bonus for me. Do you need this camera because of the increased autofocus capabilities? Again, this is something you have to ask yourself. Initial tests show that yes, it is a way better autofocus system. It's more stickier during my initial test. I'll figure that out later this week when I have a wedding. What's going on, guys? Future Rick here, and I already shot a wedding with the R6 Mark III, and I knew initially when getting the camera that it was going to be an improved autofocus system that was borrowed from the R1 as well as the R5 Mark II. I gotta say, the autofocus system is super impressive. Just want to put it out there. I used to have problems where the R6 would focus on the bouquet, for example, that a bride's carrying during portraits, but this one totally nailed it. Eye tracking, face tracking throughout the entire time. So sick. Now I shoot landscapes for my content creation work, my passion projects, if you will, and 32 megapixels is a huge bump compared to 20 megapixels on the original R6. 20 megapixels was fine for events. I feel like maybe even shy of megapixels. Again, a reason for getting a new upgrade or a new piece of gear is how many features are going to result into better results. How many features are going to result in better results? You get what I mean. For me, it's landscapes. 45 megapixels has really given me the opportunity and really opened up my eyes as far as super high resolution. It's the highest resolution camera I've ever owned. Prior to that, it was 30 megapixels with the 5D series. So having 32 megapixels on the R6 Mark III, huge plus for me. So being it's a hybrid camera, as a content creator, I feel like the R6 Mark III is huge for those individuals because it's got a high resolution megapixel count and doesn't overheat in the most common modes, 4K 24, 4K 30. Honestly, for me, 4K 60 is used to shoot B-roll most of the time, and it's not over an hour in length. Now, I do shoot real estate in 4K 60, and I do appreciate that if it was not overheating, but I also don't consistently shoot 4K 60. I'll shoot clips, I'll do my run, check out my scene, probably redo it, start recording, pause, move to the next scene. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Just a little rant about the R6 Mark III. People have to come to a realization that it is a hybrid camera. There's a market for a hybrid camera. Now I get it, Sony has just actually launched A7 IV, and yeah, the 4K 60 does not overheat. So that's really interesting. The R6 III shoots RAW. Does Sony shoot RAW? There's certain things that each camera brand has, and you gotta see what you need for your workflow. Guys, if you have any questions about the R6 Mark III, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave those comments down below. I'll check them out and answer some of your questions there. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep shooting. Peace. New camera day. Wow, that's new actually. Charger, battery, strap, R6. Good old LCE6 strap. The new LPE6P batteries. I just totally did the Jared Polin thing. Always feels good in hand. That's just kind of like Canon cameras. I feel like there's a better locking mechanism for the IBIS because it doesn't have as much as a wobble. Let's see how much juice she's got. Of course, she's got no juice in there. Typical Canon.